What's up, guys? Hadak Kalipjan here from HOC. And one of the questions that we get asked a lot, or a lot of the myths I would say that we get asked, is what roast gives you either less or more caffeine? Some people say the dark roast gives them a lot of caffeine. Some say the light roast gives them a caffeine. I'm going to show you guys actually what the real answer is. The short story is that the actual coffee itself can't be, the caffeine content inside can't be adjusted when we're roasting. You know, the highest we'll get is probably 430 degrees Fahrenheit, and the the caffeine structure doesn't actually break down until about the 1,000 Fahrenheit or so. So what's actually happening is when you're brewing coffee with either a light or a dark, it's not the actual roast itself, it's the fact that the roast density or the bean density is different. And I'm going to show you guys an experiment here. Come on, let's take a look. Let's take a look out here. So we're going to do a little experiment here. Okay, we got a dark roast coffee from Sumatra. We got the exact same coffee but roasted light. We got a scale, my fancy scoop, and then I wrote down a light and a dark. And what I'm going to show you guys is that it's not that the roast profile is changing the chemical structure of caffeine. It's that you're actually using more coffee by weight. So for example, when you're at home, nobody has a scale, right? Everybody uses a scoop. And when you're scooping 3 scoops of a Sumatra Light, by weight, you're actually using more Sumatra Light, as opposed to a scoop of Sumatra Dark that doesn't weigh as much. And so when you make a cup of coffee, by volume and by weight, you're actually using more caffeine. Let's take a look. And I'm going to prove that to you in this little diagram that I got here. Okay. There. All right. Now, here's what we're going to do. I got a scale here that I'm going to turn on. Okay. And we're actually going to weigh this out right here. By the way, what's up, everybody? Thanks for joining. Okay. Now, in this scale, I'm going to weigh out 3 flat scoops of a dark roast coffee, and we're going to take a look at how much it weighs. So let's take a look here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, we're going to flatten it out. Okay, we're going to weigh 1 scoop. I'm going to weigh 2 scoops. Okay, and we're going to do 3 scoops, because that's typically how many scoops we use at home. All right, so let's take a look here. I got my coffee, it's dark roast, and I got 8.4 grams, okay? So I'm gonna write, my wife hates my chicken scratch, 8.4 grams, all right? Now let's do the same thing with our light roast and see how much it weighs, okay? So I'm gonna tear it out so that it's all equal. We got our light roast coffee here, okay? I'm gonna do same thing. We're gonna do 3 scoops. We're gonna put 1. We're gonna do 2 here. And again, I'm leveling it just so that it's all equal. And then we're gonna do 3 here. All right, now take a look. 11.3 grams. That's a ton more, right? And again, remember, when we're at home, we don't have a scale. We just have a scoop. And not only that, we're not like leveling it off. We're just kind of scooping it and scooping it. But the point of my experiment is that the fact that the light roast weighs a lot more. Because it weighs a lot more, it has a lot of the nutrients and the flavors and the caffeine of the coffee. So by nature of it being a light roast and you're using a scoop, you're going to have more coffee, and hence you're going to have more caffeine. And when you look at the math here, this is about a 30% increase. So by brewing a light roast at home, you're going to feel like you have more caffeine. And it's not because we're changing or we're altering the caffeine in the coffee. It's because you're using a lot more coffee. That's my fun fact of the day. I hope that helps. If you guys have any questions, you could email us at info@henryshouseofcoffee.com. I'd be happy to help. And thanks for watching. Cheers.